6.
5.
Oh, God.
So the Valkyries in their inaugural season, 10 games in, have already matched both of the last 2 expansion teams. I love that.
Our girls played the Valkyries.
That's right. They're on a bit of a heater right now. They have the longest active win streak in the W.
Mm-hmm.
You take out those 3 losses to the top 2 teams in the W, they're 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're 5-5 right now on the season. So this past week they played 2 games. They get an 8-point overtime win at the LA Sparks on Monday. Last when we were talking, that game tipped off just after we talked last week. In that game, Janelle Salon, the rookie from France, had a career high 21 points. In that game, Kelsey Plum got stuffed as she was driving for the game-winning bucket to send the game to overtime. And then Kayla Thornton had a dagger 3 with about 38 seconds left, and that lifted the Valkyries up to a 6-point lead. And that was the 5th triple of the game for the Valkyries the entire night. But this team loves to just jack. They're a volume shooting 3 team. Like they're the James Harden type of shooters. Like they're just gonna keep jacking 3s up. Kind of makes me like it gets on my nerves a little bit sometimes. I don't love it, but you shoot enough of them and you have players that are professionals, you know, they're going to start hitting enough of them. And that's kind of the and then they 3-and-D, right?
Yeah.
That's the kind of style that they've decided that they're going to play. They're a really tough defense, and then they're going to shoot a lot of 3s and then play a lot.
So they're going to play a lot of defense. They're going to shoot a lot of 3s. And Vince has now left the building. Welcome back.
And we're back. So yeah, transition ball. So damn it. We're having fun today. It's a great day. I love it. Okay. So that was the Monday night game. So let's fast forward to Saturday. They played the Seattle Storm. The Seattle Storm coming into this game on Saturday, they had just given the Minnesota Lynx their first loss of the year too. So Seattle's a good team as well. They get the 6-point win. Kayla Thornton gets her 3rd straight double-double, 22 points, 12 rebounds. 5 home games, 5 sellout crowds. You love to see that. And just another quote from Temi Fack-Benley, the starting center. She says that we're a team of 6 women. We've come from different teams around the league. We know what it takes to be great teammates, and we know what it takes to step up and do what we need for the team to succeed. And that's kind of the mentality we've kind of talked about, right? They're they know they're doing all this, the little things, all the tough stuff, and that's kind of, you know, sacrificing we before I, you know, all those cliches you like to throw around when you talk about a team sport, right? When you get, you know, 12 people all pulling on the rope the same way, and these are all players that had to fight. When you get the 6th or 7th best player on each team, that's kind of the way that they built this team, right? A lot of those kinds of players, you know, and that's kind of their mentality, and it's kind of working out that way. And when you look at these standings, coming into today, they're currently sitting in 4th in the Western Conference. There are 8 teams that make the playoffs, and there's 4 in the West, 4 in the East.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at the Western Conference, the Lynx, the Mercury, the Storm, the Valkyries, and the Aces are all 500 or better. The Valkyries and Aces are both 5-5. The Sparks are 4-8. The Wings are 1-11. So as it stands right now, the Valkyries are right there, right in the mix already for a playoff spot. It's kind of wild to think about, but
it's also crazy that Dallas swings with Paige.
Yeah, I mean, she missed a couple games, but like they're just like, yeah, it's just not a good team right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you would have told me at the beginning of the season who would have the better record between those two, between them and the Valkyries, I definitely would have said Dallas would have had the better record, but proven not to be the case here, man. The Valkyries have got some grit and some heart to them.
No, absolutely, and they're all like, it's kind of funny when you look back at the last two expansion teams to come into the WNBA. I you know what, I should have left this graphic in there. The I want to play a game. It's too late. Don't worry about it, Tim. But I do want to play a game. So the last two WNBA teams to come into the league, the Atlanta Dream.
Mm-hmm.
How many wins total did they have, Tyler?
In their inaugural season?
In their inaugural season. They played 30 games for them.
30 games, inaugural season. I'm going to go, if I remember correctly, I don't remember, I obviously I don't remember being great. I'm going to go with 5 wins.
They had 4.
Yeah, see? Okay.
All right, the team before that was the Chicago Sky. 3 years before that, in 2005, maybe it was 2006. How many wins did they have?
6.
5.
Oh, God.
So the Valkyries in their inaugural season, 10 games in, have already matched both of the last 2 expansion teams. I love that.
That's crazy.
We're just 10 games in. They're already they're good. You know, they're definitely interesting. Unfortunately, they're gonna lose a cup. They're losing a few players to Eurobasket. So they're losing Tammy Fagbenley to England. They're losing Julie Van Loo to Belgium. They're losing Cecilia Zandalasini to Italy, and they're losing Janelle Salon to France. So in comes Aerial Powers, and then they also brought in preseason fan favorites, Leticia Amy here, Caitlin Shen, and Chloe Bibby. All 4 of them are coming in. They're all going to be available for the Tuesday night game against the Dallas Wings. So they're, you know, they're back. We are so effing back.
So when the other 3 come back, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, 4. When the other 4 come back, are they going to? I mean, is Leticia and Caitlin and Chloe going to get an Ariel? Are they going to get cut again? Most likely.
Yeah, probably, but I mean, it's a little bit rough out here. Yeah, but I mean, this is definitely, it's basically an extended tryout, right? I mean, and these aren't the only 4 players getting a tryout. There's other players in the league getting an additional look, right? So they're basically they're playing to be the 11th and 12th players on the team. Maybe they get the chance to play here, and maybe somebody else on the team, maybe they take that 11th or 12th job here. Yeah. Or maybe when these players come back, somebody else, a different team sees that, and you know, if Caitlin Chen ends up getting the axe, maybe somebody else picks her up after, you know, or something, you know. So it's really tough, you know. There's only 13 times 12, 156 of these jobs, you know. Yeah. It's tough. It's really tough, and there's 24 more of these jobs starting next season, right? With 2 more expansion teams coming, and then another 12 coming in a couple years after that. So the league is growing, but it's, you know, it is what it is, and I think the rosters probably need to expand to have like maybe 15 total, but 12 active or something like that, like kind of like what the NBA does.
Yeah, I think that's what they really need, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's probably something that's coming next as well. Probably in the next collective bargaining agreement that they'll need to talk about is roster size. But that's, I mean, this is all stuff that's, going to be coming up the road as well. So I mean, this is all stuff that, it's a growing league, and it finally is growing, like, and it's legit sustainable growth too. We talked a little bit about it, just kind of as a throwaway almost. The Valkyries have sold out Chase Center every single game they've played so far.
Yeah.
And that place is a fortress, man. Like the fans are locked in. I've watched every single game, and it is loud in there. They are they're making it hell, So even when they're losing, even when they lose, it's not easy,
Yeah. Well, I think to your point though, it's too much right now at this point in this league's existence to ask for like a minor system. But it'd be fun to see a practice squad system being implemented, so you could have,
There is like a 3-on-3 league that Caitlin Chen had signed a contract for, and she was about to start playing with that, and then this opportunity came up, so she was basically brought in from that. So there are other like different leagues that aren't affiliated that these players are like signed up for, and so there are other like things happening. There are other leagues. There are other things happening. Obviously, they're not the W, but
right.
So that's just kind of the unfortunate nature, the state of the things right now. But the improvements are coming.
Yes.
It's a little bit slower, but they are the improvements are faster than they have been.
Yes.
And I'm glad that the improvements are coming. Like I said, they're not fast enough, but they are a lot faster than they have been. And I think that is, at least we have to give at least a little bit of a tip of the cap to that, at least that it is getting better, and it's that, and that's good. At least that part is good, and it's important to at least acknowledge that it is getting better, and there are more jobs coming, and maybe there's, like I said, the next collective bargaining agreement roster size is almost certainly going to be up for discussion. I would have to think.
Yeah.
All right. So upcoming games, they got 3 games this week. You have the Dallas Wings coming in on Tuesday. They're going to Dallas. They're at Dallas. That's a 5 p.m. tip. And then they're come back home. You get the Indiana Fever. That's a 7 p.m. tip here in San Francisco. Caitlin Clark coming to town. And then you're playing on Sunday, you're playing the Connecticut Sun. They're last in the Eastern Conference at 2 wins and 8 losses. So, this is a chance to, the Fever, obviously, Caitlin Clark, that's going to be a huge game. But the other 2 teams, those are some bottom dwellers, and you could really put a hurting on them, even though you are missing 4 important players.
I think that Indiana Fever game is going to be fun, though. So I'm sure Steph Curry's going to be out. They're all going to be sitting courtside. So I'm sure it's going to be a big who's who at the game on Thursday. So
absolutely.